I promise you I was not up all night refreshing my feeds, it's just that time of year. Pollen is absolutely destroying me and I think my coffee maker is actively plotting against me. That being said, I'm sure some of you saw the news breaking late last night out of CinemaCon. The first footage description for Avengers Doomsday hit the internet and it is a lot. We are going to break it down for you exactly what Kevin Feige and the Russos showed in that room, and then we'll talk about what the actual emotional stakes are for these characters we've grown up with. It's honestly kind of beautiful and terrifying at the same time. But first, if you could kindly grab the subscribe button, it genuinely helps us keep doing this deep dive stuff. I promise we'll get right into it. Alright, what's going on guys? Tyson here. We are reporting this off of multiple outlets covering Disney's CinemaCon panel, including deadline and direct attendee breakdowns. According to the description, the trailer opens on the ruins of the X-Mansion. Professor X is just watching an incursion happen. Cyclops blasts his way into a room, and Namor is flying around screaming, which okay, that's on brand. Then we hear Thor's voice, something's coming, something we may not be able to deter, end quote. Cut to Dr. Doom kneeling, his face is scarred, and he has a Latvian accent. The Russos told Deadline, quote, Victor Von Doom is the greatest Marvel villain ever, even more than Thanos. He's always 3 moves ahead, which makes him virtually unbeatable, end quote. Okay, so as Deadline aptly pointed out, this is Robert Downey Jr. playing a completely different energy. No Tony Stark wit, just pure calculating doom. But here is what it really boils down to for me as a fan. The trailer then cuts to Thor giving this massive speech. And I want to read you the quote directly because it gave me chills. Thor says, I fought with many warriors in my time. They were far stronger than all of us put together. They died. They died facing enemies and threats that scared me far less than this one. Everything they sacrificed will be for nothing if we do not stand together. If you return, you will return as brothers and sisters. That's heavy, right? That's Thor carrying the weight of every dead Avenger. And then we get the money shot. Thor leaps at Doom with Stormbreaker. Doom catches it with one hand, no effort. And then Steve Rogers, long hair, beard, looking like a sad lumberjack who just crawled out of retirement, walks up and says, hey pal. Thor says it's not possible. Steve reaches for Mjolnir and the hammer leaves Thor's hand and flies to Steve's. The way that I read this, the way that I look at it, and being a super fan before anything else, this really has me worried. Not because it's bad, it's actually incredible, but because of what it means for Thor's arc. He's been losing everyone for a decade, his dad, his mom, his brother, his home, and now the one thing that defined him as worthy, Mjolnir, just chose Steve again. That's not a power move, that's an emotional gut punch. You can't just rebuild that kind of trust overnight. It's like watching your favorite sports team trade away the franchise quarterback right before the playoffs. The stats might say it's the right call, but the locker room feels it. But the trailer didn't stop there. We also saw Shang-Chi fighting Gambit. Yes, rings versus cards. Mystique shapeshifting into Yelena Belova. Sue Storm screaming as a massive wave rises above her. And the Fantastic Four meeting Sam Wilson's Avengers. No dialogue there, just tension. And according to the description, Kevin Feige said the film takes place where Endgame left off but also goes back to when it all started with X-Men. So we're playing time games, multiverse stuff, incursions, the usual headache. Now let's pivot to some other news that broke that actually made me smile, because it's not all doom and gloom, pun intended. Kristen Ritter will return as Jessica Jones in Daredevil Born Again Season 2 Episode 6, premiering April 21 on Disney Plus, and Wilson Bethel, who plays Bullseye, said he got emotional watching his diner scene. His words, quote, that scene is so fucking badass, so wild and so much fun to watch that I actually had like a sort of weird out of body thing, end quote. He also said he loves working with Charlie Cox, that there's an extra special something whenever they're on screen together. And look, I love hearing actors actually care about the material. It's the difference between a paycheck performance and something that sticks with you for years. Basically the vibe of the original Daredevil hallway fight, but now with pancakes and a waitress who definitely didn't sign up for this. Also, a Heroes for Hire project is reportedly in development. We are reporting that off of My Time to Shine Hello, so take it with a grain of salt. But the rumor mill says Luke Cage and Iron Fist might finally get their due. The way that I look at it, Marvel has been scared of the Iron Fist discourse ever since the Netflix show struggled. But I really hope they give it another shot, because those characters, when written well, are magic. It's like a restaurant changing its head chef. The menu looks the same on paper, but the execution, completely different experience. You can't just recast and hope. You need the right creative team who actually understands the soul of Heroes for Hire, found Family Street level chaos and really bad financial decisions. Brad Winderbaum also confirmed that X-Men 97 and Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man will drop new seasons every year, which is great news for animation fans. Live-action shows take 3 years to produce 6 episodes. Looking at you, so having reliable annual cartoons is actually a gift. And we got first promo art for Venom in the animated Spider-Man season season 2, which means this Peter is about to get absolutely cooked by a goo monster who talks like a disappointed uncle. I'm genuinely excited for that. Oh, and Spider-Man. Brand New Day is getting a ScreenX and 3D release. They actually filmed scenes specifically for the 270-degree format. You know what that means? You can now watch Peter Parker's life fall apart in panoramic vision. Aunt May's death in 3D. The tears floating right in front of your face. I'm joking, but also not. That movie is going to wreck us. Disney confirmed that Avengers Doomsday is not moving from December 18th, which means the train is coming. And just to squeeze every last drop of nostalgia out of us in the best way possible, they're re-releasing Avengers Endgame deleted scenes and new surprises. Because why let you cry at home when you can cry in a theater again while holding a $30 Funko of Thor with a dad bod? I'll be there opening night. One more thing. Scarlet Witch will reportedly appear in Doomsday. Because of course she will. Wanda isn't dead. She's just taking a very long nap under a mountain somewhere. When she wakes up, Doom better watch out. Or maybe she joins him. That would be the real chaos. And honestly, I kind of love that possibility. Wanda has been through so much loss, Vision, her children, her brother. If anyone understands Doom's ends justify the means philosophy, it's her. The way that I read it, this could be the most interesting villain team up since Loki and Thanos, except this time we might actually sympathize with both of them. Anyway, that's the state of things. I want to hear from you in the comments. Are you more excited for Steve wielding Mjolnir again, or for Shang-Chi vs Gambit? Let me know. If you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button and ring the bell. It genuinely helps the channel.